Hey, watch this. I'm looking at a totally flawed movie review tonight, and tonight I'm gonna review a film that I've been watching tonight. I've seen it before, and I like it still. It's one of those movies that gets bad reviews by the critics, by the box office people, whatever, by people that watch movies who, you know, moan that it's not a complete accurate version of the video game. But it's a review of Street Fighter, the movie. This is like the extreme edition. This is kind of like, this is like scenes that added on, or that they took out the movie. Because I remember years ago when I was watching on Channel 5, and they had scenes in the movie where you see M. Bison breaking a guy's neck, and you see it in this film. But when it on DVD, they took it out for some reason. But when you're watching this film, it's like it makes the film better. I don't know why, it just does. Okay, well, get ready for action with Sam and an epic scale in Street Fighter Extreme Edition, based on the massively popular video game. This adrenaline-pumping adventure stars international martial arts superstar Jean-Claude Van Damme as commander, leading an elite team of Street Fighters against the force of an evil gentleman with no Osbard bonus. Okay, right. Neil's new digitally remastered picture. Street Fighter is ultimate way to experience one of the most happiest properties of both. Yes, I don't know why I mean that part. So, okay, so this film stars Jean-Claude Van Damme as Colonel Gar. It stars Raul Julia as M. Bison, who's absolutely fantastic in this. I mean, it's you know, the thing about this film, the sad part about this movie is this is the last performance they ever did. Last thing he ever did before he died, because he died of cancer. Is it stomach cancer and stuff like that? And you know, look at it, it's just fantastic. You see, you know, the guy had so much charisma and screen presence, it's unbelievable. And it shows in this film when you watch it. I remember when I first watched the movie in 1997, I remember years before it got panned by people, said, oh, it's not that good, blah blah blah. And I thought it was going to be a bad movie. Watched it on Channel 5 and it came on TV. I sat there and watched it and thought, that was damn good, that was. I don't know why, I think because it was such a fun movie to watch. It was like, I mean, yeah, like Kana Malone, who looks great in it, by the way. Who plays Kama. And they got the girl who, I don't know what her name is, who plays Chun-Li, looks great, by the way. She looks like Chun-Li. Colonel Gar was, I suppose it was mismatched because, I mean, it's meant to be American. You got like a Belgian guy playing, Jean-Claude Van Damme playing Gar, but it kind of works. It does work because, I mean, Van Damme knows his martial arts, and he looks fantastic in this. I mean, he looks great, you know, his flying kicks, the flash kick and stuff he does on M. Bison in the movie. And this one has got some very interesting moments in it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Especially Blanca in it. Of course, Blanca is played, his friend's called Charlie Blanca, which is interesting. And in the game, it was not related to Blanca. There's two different characters. In this, it's like the same character, Charlie and Blanca, and they're just blending them together. Of course, you've got Vega in this, of course. Vega's fantastic. Actually, the guy who's playing Vega actually does a very good job with the fight scenes and stuff. He looks like him too, but look at him there, it's fantastic. But like I said, this is like a straightforward storyline about M. Bison, who wants world domination, and he's got hostages, of course. You've got Gal's men, Gal's team go up, you know, they have to go out and rescue the hostages and just stop M. Bison, of course. Straightforward storyline, simplistic as that. But yeah, it's one of those, I mean, it's one of the movies that panned by the critics, but you know, when you watch it, it's enjoyable as hell. The action scenes are good. Of course, the critics are going to say something like that scenes aren't very good, because they are very good actually. The action scenes aren't that bad. Some of it looks a bit like plastic bricks and stuff, some of the parts, but some of the action scenes are pretty good on this film. Especially the explosion at the end where M. Bison crashes into the screen and explodes. The explosion there was pretty cool. And I like the boat scene in it. The boat scene, it looks like that shit from that boat from Thunder in Paradise, you know, that boat that they had, that's with state of the art gadgets and stuff. Now, Raul Julia, fantastic. It's probably my favourite part in the whole movie. I mean, I like the guy who plays Zangief. He's funner. Actually, it's the same guy. That's the same guy who played Leatherface in the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what I think that's him. Yeah. And it's funner. There's one scene in the movie that's always makes me laugh. It's still funner, where they're watching a screen where the car's like ready to crash into him. Right? It's like on screen, and it goes, "Quickly, turn the channel over." or is it to quickly turn the channel over or something? And they're all like looking like that. And they're like looking at mine, and they're like, it's such a funny scene because it's so stupid and it's Russian guy in it. But yeah, and there's another part where he says, he's, you know, where, you know, he says, what does he say? He says, you get paid? Like, and that scene makes me laugh. It's such a funny scene. But yeah, the guy does look like Zangief when you look at him. Oh God, they got certain characters right, but they've got certain characters wrong. It looks a bit out of place. And don't get me started about Blanco. Jesus Christ. It looks like the Incredible Hulk from the 70s. It does. It's kind of got this like head, weird hair, and he just looks like he looks across through the Klingon and freaking the Incredible Hulk. I don't know. It's weird. And they got that character wrong, but at the same time, it's a certain charm in the movie that I like. This charm. The film's got a lot of humour, I suppose, and a bit campness to it. Not campness, but it's got so much silliness to it, but it's enjoyable at the same time. But yeah, and like I said, Ryan Julia's last performance, he does a really good job in this, and he puts his own heart and effort in the movie to make a really memorable villain in it, and brings Ben Bison to life. And I like the fact that he seems like a nice guy too. That's what I heard. I was watching his interview. He did it for his kids, for his kids or something, because they were like playing Street Fighter. Someone that his family and stuff. They were like playing. He was actually watching them play Street Fighter, and then he wanted to do the film. He did the film. He enjoyed it. It seems like he's enjoying it. And so, you know, I'm gonna go out on top, play this villain, and he made the film really memorable too. He sticks out. He sticks out in this movie. Especially the outfit looks fantastic compared to the bloody freaking movies they did afterwards, where and Bison wore freaking like a suit. It was just ridiculous. Great action scenes. I really do like it. Anyway, so you see characters like Ken and Ryu, of course. And the guy playing Ryu does a great job. I think he does some great martial arts. But yeah. Apart from that, I think it's a great freaking movie, really enjoyable. At the time it's like mismatched, but now when you watch it now, you know what? It's enjoyable. I like it as it is now, so yeah. I suppose in a way it could have been better. I mean, Saga in it is he's meant to be like a 7 foot tall like guy, and this is like short. He's about the same height as freaking Ryu in it, so it's like I said, it's mismatched cast and stuff like that, but. I mean, I think they got M. Bison right. Ryan Julia does a great job. I mean, they could have got anyone, but it's his last performance, and that was good. It's not good, but it's great that you see him on screen last time, and you see him put off a really quite fun, enjoyable villain in it. Because at the end of the film, you do see like for Julia, is it Ralph? For as a memory of Ryan Julia and stuff, and it's just a sad thing, but. He does a great job. Kind of Malone plays Cammy now, of course. Because in the game, I think it was Cammy related to Gao. I'm sure she's related to Gao. I'm sure she was, but in this she's not. They changed a few things in the film. I like seeing the part where they escape the prison and stuff. They set up like a thing where they have to somehow get Rao and Ken into in Bison's into his organisation, I suppose. And I like the way they just Ken kills freaking Gao, and they're like, oh wow, you've just killed Gao. And when you see him shoot Gao, right, it's like it looks like paint, like it looks like he's eating some freaking like a burger or something. The sauce is dropped on his top. It looks kind of like fakish. The blood in it, but that's, like I said, that's the charm the film's got. It's not too violent, but I do like the scene where when Bison breaks the two guys' necks, he gets him, breaks the neck, and he kills another one, and that's really cool. And in the DVD version, they cut that bit out. So yeah, it's not a perfect movie. It's like one of those movies that to me is perfect, but it's not perfect. Some of the acting's not the best I've ever seen, but that's its charm. It's like, I suppose in a way, it's like the Batman series. It's kind of tongue in cheek and stuff like that. But yeah, things I liked about the film. Action scenes were great. I like the characters. I like some of the actors that are playing the roles from the video game. I like that. Ryan Julia's probably my favourite character in the movie. It's fantastic. It's so, he stands out in that movie straight away. You think, who's that guy? Just say if you never actually heard of Ryan Julia, you think, who's that guy? He's good. Um, Game over! I just love it when he does that. Game over! I just love that scene. It's just fantastic. Ah, there's another scene that. It's a funny scene where he's like pressing these buttons, right? It looks like a controller, like an arcade controller. And it's so funny seeing him pressing it. It's like, what the hell? Where he's trying to blow up the freaking boat. And he's pressing these buttons, they're all like arcades. It's like arcade buttons. It's funny seeing that. The thing about these films, though, they're trying to add the kind of like video game elements in the freaking movie, because they did it in Super Mario Brothers movie, and they do it in this one. That freaking gun they had in the Nintendo gun. They have that in the Super Mario Brothers movie. And in this they got like the arcade freaking buttons and stuff like that. So yeah. But it's a fun movie. That's the thing about it. It's fun. Fun to 1 to 10. This is definitely a 10 out of fun. Acting's not some of the acting's not the best, but some of it's decent. Raul Julia stands out in this movie. I like Zangief. If the guy plays Zangief, he's quite daft, but it's quite enjoyable to watch. It's daft, but he's a big guy though. Jesus Christ, I don't want to tell him he's a terrible character, but anyway, a terrible villain and stuff like that. But yeah, Chun-Li, there's Cammy, there's Gao, Chun-Li, Balrog, and characters like Eonda. So yeah, action scene's awesome. It's got another scene in this. I'll get to the scene right now, and I'll give a rating out of 1 out of 10. Between 1 and 10. I like the scene between Eonda and who was it? Zangief were having a fight. Then these people watch it on screen, man. And all he hears is like Godzilla sound effects, like when Godzilla like makes that like loud noise. It's weird. That scene was weird. It's a funny scene though. No, actually, there is a scene where this is quite a disturbing scene where I was watching this guy's video and said you do see a death scene on the film, and you do. And someone gets shot in the head, and there's a one part where it's on the screen, like if you pause it, whatever. The brainwashing and Charla with all these scary freaking videos, like these dark freaking images, and then you do see someone get shot in it. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's quite dark for a freaking PG-13 film. So yeah. That's what I like about this film. It's got some moments you think they shouldn't have that in the film, but hey. But yeah, really enjoyable film. Good action scenes. Decent performance from the cast. Good explosions. I mean, honestly, that's a good explosion. And they don't use any CGI in this film, which is interesting, because some certain films they use CGI. I can't remember. They do use CGI. I suppose the part where the boat goes invisible and stuff. That's a. Yeah, good action scenes, good music, and the last bit is quite interesting. Where this part was quite interesting because it looked like they was going to do a sequel. We see M. Bison's arm stick out. I'm not sure if that was Raul Julia's arm. It could have been actually. It could have been someone else's arm, but his arm sticks out. Right, next minute it's like you think, it's a sequel. And to be honest, I'd love to see a sequel to this. I'd love to see maybe a Netflix freaking series. I don't know, this movie. So yeah. And Van Damme comes back as Gal. That'd be great. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. That'd be fun. But yeah, good action scenes. It's a daft movie, but it's one of those movies that you can just enjoy. Who cares? Guilty pleasure. But to me, it's not a guilty pleasure because I enjoyed it. I mean, there could be a film that's good, but you're not enjoying it. You're supposed to like it because it's got 50 Oscars and stuff. No. And this film got no Oscars, but it did well at the box office. So yeah. Did pretty well actually. So yeah. So the rate I'm going to give this film is a 2 out of 5, 2 out of 10. Just joking. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 because, yeah, I said it. 10 out of 10. Game over. There's one scene I do like. This one scene was always funny. It says, what is this? Raul Julia comes out of a line that it's cold. It's so cold but funny at the same time. Where it says, what was it? Something about when I turned up at your village, that was the most important day of your life. But to me, it was Tuesday. It says something like that, and her face expression was funny. It says I turned up at your village, and that was the most important day of your life, and it was Tuesday. And to me, it was Tuesday, and that scene was funner. I'm sorry if I kind of come at less freaking impressive as freaking Raul Julia, but It's just a funny scene. It still freaking sticks in my head, that scene. It's so cold, but it does it so well. It does it so well, you know. It's funny. Actually, Raul Julian's film is so good. His own stunts too. It's incredible. And the fight between Raul Julian and Bison, great scene. When the Bison starts to levitating, flying across the screen, it's bonkers. But like I said, they did it like they watched the game, they played the game, and they went, you know what, let's do that in the and it works because they've got the characters in the movie, they've got the elements of the video games, and they've got the only thing that's missing is the music from the game, like Ryo's music, Ken's Ryo, all the music from the characters. That's the only thing that's missing in this film. But apart from that, I enjoyed it. So 10 out of 10 for Street Fighter the movie. Game over. So yeah, there's another scene I like where, okay, let's get this. Let's get what Gal says. It says, "I'm gonna kick M Bison's ass so hard that the next M Bison wannabe is gonna feel it." That's it. Is it? Kick his ass so hard. Let's do it again. Okay, right. I'm gonna kick Bison's ass so hard the next Bison wannabe is gonna feel it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, people, that's the 10 out of 10 for Street Fighter movie. Yeah, that's it. 10 out of 10 for this cult classic now. It is game over. So anyway, people, remember to square. Okay, right. So like I said, I love that film. It's a great movie. I don't care if they got shit reviews, but it's one of those movies that you can just enjoy and have a blast with. So anyway, people, remember to subscribe to my channel and I don't know, put a comment below what you think of Street Fighter movie. I don't know. And if you like it, then you can join my Street Fighter loving club. So anyway, people, or maybe you can join my. Maybe I can join M Bison and rule the world. Game over. Actually, there's another funny scene with the. It's got like the money, right? It's got his face on the money. It's pretty funny, that scene. It's like it looks like, I call it Monopoly money because that's what it is. Monopoly money. It's useless. So anyway, people, remember to subscribe to my channel and have a nice day. I'll see you later. Alligator. Be up.
Game over!
Intruder destroyed.